It's anime time! Or is it video game time? I mean, Fate Stay Night started off as a video game, right? Regardless, hello and welcome to another figure review. Today I'm going to have a look at the Max Factory Figma Fate Grand Order Saber Altria Pendragon Lily version. Oh my god, what a title. That is the figure. It's basically another version of Saber from Fate Grand Order. I do not know all the backgrounds of those things because I have a Fate game actually on PS4, which I recently got, and I really want to dig into the story. I want to know more about these Fate characters. I like Saber. I've really dug down deep, and I really pre-ordered all the Sabers that are coming out. I also have the Pendragon Lily version without the armor. That was like a shop exclusive. It's basically like a 350S or something, whatever. I got that. It's on pre-order. I don't know when it's coming out because my pre-order... I mean, it's out, but my pre-orders are not being sent out. I have stuff that I've been waiting on since September, and I keep getting pushed back, and you know, I have that grouped up with other things and whatnot, and you don't care about any of that. Let's have a look at the figure. On second thought, it's actually Waifu review. That's the right term for it. First of all, we're gonna have a look at the size of Saber in the Altria Pendragon version Lily. Altria Pendragon Lily, what the hell? What are all these titles? Somebody tell me that. So 14.5 centimeters really to the top of her ribbon over here, which means she's a little shy of 6 inches, bleh, but basically it's 14 centimeters to the top of her head, if you're not counting the ribbon. But still, it's just like almost 6 inches. Overall look, fine detail of the figure. I mean, it's Figma, they're doing a really good job. I'm gonna have regular Saber. Saber in the blue dress, the Figma version they did in 2015. I'm gonna have that in later to have a bit of a comparison. First of all, let's have a look at the face. Nice looking anime face, and she has a really mellow expression. I like that. And I mean, usually Saber, she's very restricted and a little bit more strict, a little bit more stern looking. But then once again, this is from Grand Order. This is a different version of Saber, a different incarnation. Not just the look, but I'm guessing also the character itself is different. But overall, looks good. She has her a little bit flowing in the wind hair, which we don't have a different kind of hair pose. Looks very good in the back over here, also with the ribbon. Lots of detail going on there, and the hair going down to the body. We have, I mean, all the armor stuff. It's interesting. I can't really tell. It's more like pearlescent. I don't think it's real metallic. It's really more shining off the light, as you can tell, and it looks good. Is basically what I'm trying to say. Oh my god, I'm not telling you anything. We have the black lines going on over here. Those are very nice, very crisp, very clean. And the logo, some more small ribbon details in the arms, in the dress, and more armor pieces. And really, the paint job is very clean. It's nicely done, and I like the design. That's really the thing with Saber. That's why I got all the Sabers that are coming out, because I like the design of this character. I think it's a pretty cool idea to say, hey, we're gonna take a cute anime girl and we're putting it in a dress, but also armor, swords, and whatnot. So kudos to that. We got some more detail under here. Yes, I need to show you that. Not suitable for all advertisers, I'm guessing. Again, well, I've been getting not suitable for advertisers, for all advertisers on some booby girl reviews like Nami and Khalifa in swimsuit. I just think that's hilarious. But anyway, detail over there. We got the shin pads, the knee pads, and like I said, the stockings, the panties, pantsu. And there you go. Figure looks good. Except for that, really. That doesn't really line up. I mean, of course, you can move it around. But I feel like they should have done some more of this white dress piece over here to cover it up, because it leaves some gaps. So that's not so great, but for the rest of it, I think the figure looks pretty fantastic. Now, one of the things that really impresses me with these Figma figures is the articulation, because they spend a lot of time on making this whole dress, especially the dress thing, making that work. But first, we're going to start off at the head. You have the ponytail on a ball joint with a hinge, so you can move that up and down, rotate it around. We have the head. It's also ball joint hinge combination, goes into the head like that. As you can tell over there, it goes actually into another ball at the end of it. So you can rotate it around. You have a lot of room to bring it back and forth. Bring it out to the side a little bit. And of course, goes all the way around, pretty good overall. And then we got shoulder, we got another big ball joint over here. Goes into another ball, goes into chest, can rotate that around. Can bring it up all the way, bring it down, and even rotate it around at the joint itself, but also can rotate it around at the bicep over here. Let me hold on to that piece. And you can rotate it. So you have double rotation. And now it's stuck. Anyhow, it does rotate around over there, or doesn't it? It does rotate around on this side. There you go. And it goes off. I guess that's a quality control. It was already off in the box, so that's meh. I mean, it's not broken or anything. Elbow with the single hinge. You can also rotate it around overall. And you have these pieces over here of the dress, which is completely soft plastic, and it's just kind of tucked in there. It looks very good, and it actually covers up the ball joint fairly nicely. I didn't even see it the first time around. And the ball joint is white, so it makes a pretty good conversion, which is something that's a little bit of a complaint for the rest of the figure. The ball joint at the hands is black. Why is that one black? Why is that not one white or gray or whatever, to just kind of line up a little bit more with that? It's really distracting, and it's kind of a bummer. The articulation, although, is very good. As you can tell, it goes all the way forward. Goes almost all the way up. Gets blocked a little bit. And this piece is also completely soft plastic. Very flappy. Doesn't get in the way. And we get to the chest. You have the chest piece. The metal chest piece overall, which I think it's just on a ball pack. You can rotate it around a little bit. You can bring it back and forth. I don't want to take it off. I don't want to break anything off. But you can bring that forward, and as far as the articulation goes, it still doesn't go forward that much, obviously because of that, but it's still, I mean, the articulation is still pretty good on that. So you can bring it back, you can bring it out to the side, and you can wriggle it around like that. Down at the torso over here, let's see. Actually, there's nothing going on over here. I just realized that. It's all static. Yeah, look at the mold. You can see you can tell there's nothing that's going on over there. But on the flip side, there's a lot going on under here, and I'm not talking about the panties. Jesus Christ. We have, okay, first of all, this is soft plastic. You can bring this forward. Same here in the back. This darker piece. This little piece is soft plastic, but it is connected to it, so you can't really lift that up, which is a little bit of a problem overall. So let me move that all out to the side to have a look at all the stuff that's going on there. You have two ball joints that are connected to the outer pieces here of the dress with the armor on it. Let me move the arms up. So you can move that up pretty nicely, and you can bring it forward and rotate it around a little bit, and actually at the ball joint itself. It's not super articulated, but let's see. It's a ball joint that basically connects to a big piece that connects to the dress, and I like that. I like that they don't just have a small ball pack, because that's exactly the kind of ball pack that will break off. That did break off with my Zelda figure, for example. So we have a lot bigger piece going on over here that holds it together and adds some more articulation. It's basically a hinge, I think. No, I think this is just connected. No, this is not moving around, but the ball joint in there is. So once again, you can bring that up, and then you have more ball joints connected to the other pieces of the dress, the underdress or whatever you want to call that. So you can move that around as well. The ball joints are in the back, so they're, of course, there's nothing that's you don't want any ball joints that distract from this. Oh my god. And you have another ball joint in the back piece over here. So that's overall 5 pieces of dress that are on ball joints, and one more that is just like soft plastic. We have some rotation going on over here. Can bring that up nicely, bring that back. It's just a pack. Well, it's actually packed in there, and you have like the triangle packs going around with the soft pants over it. Yes, those are soft panties. Very important. You need to know that. Well, moving on to the legs, can bring those up all the way. Can actually do some cool kicking pose with that. I didn't really expect that. And you can rotate it around over here. I mean, it rotates at the leg itself. You also have a butt. You have molded butt. Once again, we have the black ball joints. Why not pick a color? I mean, white would have been a lot better than black. But anyway, have a single hinge. Can bring that back and forth. Did I even try to move the leg out to the side? No, I didn't. but it moves out to the side. It goes up all the way. Then we have the foot, which is basically on a big peg from what I can tell. So you can rotate it around, you can bring it out to the side very nicely. And it goes forward a lot and it goes back a lot. Once again, we have a black ball joint, sadly, and you have a toe hinge. So it doesn't really do much, but it's still there. Ugh. Now, I gotta be honest, I feel like she's a little light on accessory. I especially with the last Saber that had a bit more to offer than this. First of all, we have the sword. Once again, it's super detailed, it's super nice looking. Oh my god, I spent so much time on it last time. I'm just gonna go over it real quickly this time. You can see all the detail, super nicely painted, and very cool gold metallic paint job for the holster and the sword itself as well. That's just like, oh my god, detail, 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 detail. All this detail. I still want to zoom in once again to show you all of this detail in great detail, because you don't want to miss a thing. More detail coming up with the sword itself. Look at all the scripture in there, boy. Oh my god. That's really, personally, I think that's one of the highlights of these Saber figures. Just having this sword with all the stuff. Best sword in the world in figure, maybe in anime, like seriously. Master Sword? Pff, Master Sword is nothing against this. Then we got a couple of hands. We have the one hand, this one sticks out to me immediately. You have the one hand with the hole in it to hold the sword, to kind of hold it down. That's a cool idea. You have like more posing hands, kind of like a little bit of a wave going on over here. Two-faced hands, and of course two sword holding hands for your Saber. And then we got two faces going on, one yelling face and one blushing face looking over to the side. I like this expression actually, it's just like eh. And then we got, of course, your Figma base as usual, which will not focus right now, but it's a base. You know how it looks, what it does, it's a base. Yeah. Eh. And then we have the two Sabers side by side, a little bit of a comparison. It is a different design, of course. First of all, really the hair, that's the first thing that stuck out to me. The hair has a completely different shade of yellow, and I'm just gonna zoom in, because if I move too close with the figures, I'm just gonna move out in the light again, and it's just gonna look weird and wonky. Also has different eye color, like she's got like more of a dark greenish blue. A little bit colorblind, so I'm not really sure on the greenish, maybe it's just blue. And I'm stupid. But anyway, regardless, there's a lot more detail actually in this Saber's armor, but I feel like there's more detail in this Saber's dress overall. But still, both figures look good. It's a different design, but it's a cool design. A bit more skimpy on the newer version, but still good. One more thing to note real quick. While I was moving this around, I noticed that we've already lost some color over here. And I can see why, so be careful with that. Don't make the same mistake that I did. And don't be mad at me for just being, oh, it's got your figure again. I didn't even notice that. I just noticed that when I put it in a pose right now. But I'm pretty sure what happened over here, because you have these a little bit more sharp edges over there. It's probably scratching over this. And this is really soft plastic, so it's probably pretty easy to scratch off some color over there. So yeah, be aware of that, be careful with that, and it's super close. There's not really a way to get that away, because you can't move the armor piece by itself. You always have the entire dress piece which is connected to it, and you can't really rotate that up at all. You can move it away, but you can't really rotate it up. So there you go, be careful with that. And that, my friends, is going to bring me to the final thoughts. What do I think about this figure? Absolutely 100% recommend it. The figure looks great, the design is great, the articulation is great, the paint job is great, everything's great, except for, once again, a little bit of a gap over here. They could have done a little bit more to hide that, and just be aware of not scratching your soft plastic pieces over here. Once again, accessories, I mean, I'm okay. I don't need 5 billion swords, although it would be cool. Last Saber version did have a little bit more, but still, it's worth it, it's worth the price, and what you're getting is very nicely done. So there you go, I do recommend this figure if you're into Fate, or if you're just into cool looking anime girl figures. There you go. And that's gonna do it. As usual, guys, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, if you enjoyed this review, feel free to hit it up with a like, and subscribe to the channel so you can stay tuned for more figure videos, gameplay stuff, and whatever Saber wants.